everyone, today I'm going to walk through how to create a screener, create a watch list, and then connect to a simulator so that you can build a portfolio, and then how to also change the stocks that are in those portfolios. So we'll go through each step by step and show what each screen should look like as you progress through them. So I'm actually going to disconnect the simulator so you can't see that. So the first thing we need to do is create a stock screener. So I'm just going to call it test screener 5. Okay. And just put in some simple screener criteria. So we'll say EPS growing, and that EPS is greater than 2, and current ratio greater than 1. All right, let's see what this one gets us. All right, so that got me 73 matches. Now, there's a couple of things you can do. You can turn this entire screener into a watch list with all 73. If you want to reduce the number of stocks that you see, you can go here to trading rules and add a max number. So like, let's say I turn this into 25, just so I don't have so many to look at for purposes of this video. As soon as you do that and hit enter, this order by tab comes up. So you need to order the stocks by something, and then it's going to capture the top stocks of whatever you order by. So if I order by market cap, oops, and then hit go, this will give me the 25 top market cap stocks that meet my criteria for my screener. Also, if you want to change the rebalancing rules, you simply click here where it says rebalance quarterly. You can change that to any of these that are already in the system, or you can also create a custom rebalance, which will bring up this tab, and then you can enter different things such as day of week, day of month, first of the month of a specific month, any custom rebalance that's not already in a formula, you can generate here. Well, for purposes of this video, I'm just going to stick with a quarterly rebalancing. All right, so there's our screener. So now what we want to do is turn this into a watch list. So to do that, we just simply click on these 3 orange lines here, and you always want to save your screener. So you can either hit save before you hit that, or if you hit the watch list first like I did and forget to save, this will pop up, so you can just click save and then leave. The watch list that's generated is automatically named the same thing as your screener. So as you can see, I have test screener 5 here. So now your watch list that comes up is going to give you buy or sell recommendations. Well, you don't have a portfolio yet. This is the first day of the screener. So the first day it's always going to have just buy recommendations. After today, once you generate a portfolio, it will start giving you sell recommendations as well. But for now, we're just going to look at it as buying. So I want to save this watch list. There's nothing else you really need to do from here. So just save the watch list, and it'll keep that name, and then you just go back to your home page. Now, the next thing you want to do, so this will show up on your homepage. If you have more than one screener, they'll all show up here, as you can see here, but the one that I'm creating today and creating a new portfolio is here called my test screener 5. So this one right here. So to generate a portfolio off of this, you want to connect to Simulator. Now, there are options to connect to real brokerages so that you can make trades directly from here, but we're just going to worry about the simulator for now. If you don't see this button on your homepage, simply go to account settings, and here where it says connect to brokerage, you can select simulator. As you can see, we have tie-ins into Interactive Brokers, Ally Invest, and Tradier, but we're going to do the simulator. And then just simply go back to your homepage. So you want to connect to it. Now, if it's just you doing this, you just enter a portfolio name. So I'm just going to enter it. This is the same thing as my screener. So test screener 5. Now, if you have other people working with you, say like a group project or some other kind of project that there's multiple people involved that need to see the same portfolio, once you create this portfolio, a secret key will be generated and put on to your clipboard. So you can copy that key, send it to any of your group mates that need to see this portfolio as well. They will take that key, enter it here, and click join, and then they will be able to see the portfolio also. So then y'all can all work in the same portfolio and see the same screens. But we're just going to assume this is, for now, this is just for you. You're the only one making a portfolio and working in it. So you click create. And now this is what you'll see. So since I have a new portfolio, what I want to do show you is you click on the portfolio analysis. There's nothing in here when you initially see it. All the tabs are blank because you have no positions. If you go to trades though, you see here that you have $1 million. So you have a $1 million portfolio to do whatever you want to with it as a simulator. But you can see, allocate that $1 million over however you would like to do it. So if you go back to the home page, now you can see all these positions, how they have buy recommendations. They're kind of blue and have buy recommendations. And then they also have a change since May 5th above the market cap. So when you have buy recommendations, they give you returns for the last 30 days. So when you're looking at this and you're considering a position, look at the last 30 calendar days on the return. So let's say I've done my research and I know what kind of stock it is and I know I want to buy it. For the simulator, you do the level of research that you want to do. So you just simply click on it. And this is the screen here that comes up. So to buy it, you simply click buy. And this is the next screen that pops up. So if you want to see how much money you have left to spend, you click on show balance. That will show you how much you have. And depending on how much you want to put in here, you just change this amount and this will automatically change the share. So you can change either one of these fields, but if you want to go by a certain amount, so say I want to allocate 5% of my portfolio to this, it automatically changes the number of shares to buy. If I wanted to buy a set number of shares, it doesn't change the requested holding up here, but it changes it down here. But I want to allocate 5% of my portfolio. So I just simply click, change this to 50,000 and click OK. And now it shows as I have, it changes to gray with this plus sign, which means that I have it in my portfolio. So I do the same thing. Let's do Amazon. I'm going to do 5% of my portfolio. So click OK. Same with that. And so you just go through this process until you buy what you want to buy at whatever percentages until either your limit of whatever you want to spend is done or until you've used the full 1 million. Again, these positions, once they're in your portfolio, they have that plus mark with the ticker. Now, if you go back to portfolio analysis here, oh, real quick too, let me show you. If you have one that you never want to buy or you never want to see in your watch list again, you're like, oh, I've researched this. I don't even want to ever consider this one. We can just never have it pop up in my watch list again. Just simply go here and click never buy Apple, and then it won't show up on your list of risks to buy for this particular watch list again. So if you go here into portfolio analysis now, you will see the list of trades and the date and at what price and how many shares. So this here shows that we bought these 5 stocks, how many shares, at what price, and on what date, and how much it costed us. Important thing to know, this will stay blank until these go through. So these go through overnight, although they will be dated as of today when you see the positions, which I'll show you on another screener in portfolio here in just a minute. But when you're the first day you're creating your portfolio, these positions would not actually show as being done until it gets processed overnight. So I'll go back here to the home page. I want to show you now what a portfolio that's been in action for a couple days looks like and how to buy and sell positions. So if you want to switch, if you have multiple portfolios that you want to look at, you simply go here to brokerage, switch portfolio, and you can see your list of all the portfolios you have. So just click on, so I'm going to go to this one here, my test screener 4. And you notice the one that you go to, it's automatically now the biggest one, relative speaking, on here. Now, one thing to note, once you have a portfolio, the stocks that they're not suggesting you sell that are already in your portfolio are ones that are in black font with a plus here. So just like this, Netflix, Novartis. The ones they're recommending that you sell have a plus mark in front of them and are in red font with a red box. And the ones that are they're recommending you buy are usually some kind of shade of blue and are in green font with a green box around them. To get real-time gain or loss information for your watch list or for an individual stock, you have to manually request that, as this is a close to close gain loss. That's what processes automatically. But say like right now, I want a real-time gain or loss picture of some of these stocks. So you simply go here and you click on the stock, wait until this real-time price loads. So everyone that you want to see, you just click on real-time price, or click on it and let the real-time price generate. So just give it just a second and then click outside of it. And then you can see that what happens then, so I've done these 6. So once I hit go, so Costco is saying right now I've made 1.241%. So if I click go, you can see it's changed to 1.785%. You can see Chevron got a little bit darker blue, meaning I've gained a little bit more. So I'm up to 4.3% almost. So that's how you update these real time. Again, it is close to close only. So if you don't do anything, they will stay gray or not change in shades of color from the previous day unless you actually click on them and manually load the price. And this number here will also update for the overall watch list gain or loss for the day as you update individual stocks. Now, to buy or sell positions in your portfolio, so we have this one that they're recommending we sell. So we simply click on it and you're like, okay, yeah, I do want to sell it. You know, it's not meeting my criteria anymore. I want to go ahead and get rid of it. So you'll click on sell Amgen. Now, if you decided, no, you know what, I really want to keep this position. I know it's recommending to be sold because it doesn't meet my criteria anymore, but I want to keep it because I think it's got better potential. Simply click on keep Amgen. And what will happen is it'll change it from this red sell recommendation back to the black font, meaning it's a position in your portfolio and it's also remaining on your watch list. But for now, we want to sell it. So I'm just going to click sell. And this is going to automatically default to the number of shares that are in your portfolio. If you want to sell fewer shares, you just change that number. So say you want to do half instead, you would just change this one to 112, so it'll only sell half of your position. But currently I want to sell the entire position. So I'm going to click sell. Once you do that, you click go again to refresh the screen. Now you see it's still in red font and it's still saying, hey, you should sell it, but you already sold it. So why is it still showing up there? Well, now you need to take it. So that action just took it out of your portfolio and initiated a sell order to your portfolio. Now you need to take it off your watch list. So you just click here and click, okay, I sold Amgen. And now it'll fall off your watch list. You'll see I can re-update it. And now you see it's not on there at all. I have a bunch that they're recommending I buy now. So let's say I want to take the $50,000 I just made from selling Amgen and I want to buy Facebook. So simply click on Facebook. Okay, yep, I've done my research. I want to buy it. So buy it with Facebook. Again, you can adjust this amount here for how much you want to buy or adjust by shares. Just click OK. Now you see it's black with the plus mark, so that means it's in my portfolio. Now, I'm out of funds, so I can't really buy any more of these positions. But to see this in my portfolio, what I would want to do is go here to Portfolio Analysis. And this is one I started 2 days ago. And as you can see, these that are gray means I've closed the position here. And my new positions that I bought aren't yet on here because, again, they go through overnight. So they'll show up tomorrow or Monday. Now, this shows that I have $252,000 in buying power. My value of my long positions is $746,000, and the overall value of my portfolio is $998,000. Now, if you go here to trades, you can see if I scroll down, so you can see all of these that I bought here on June 3rd, how many shares at what price. If you scroll down, you'll see I've sold some of these here yesterday on June 4th, which they're now off my portfolio. You've got a few of them off of there. And then you also see where I sold Amgen today, so we've got that here, and where I bought Facebook, so you can see that right here. Now, if you go to the positions table, it also shows you what's going on. So we know I sold Philip Morris, so this shows the return I got on that stock, how much I paid, total paid for it, what the weight of the portfolio was of that stock, the position share, how many shares I bought, what day I started it, what price, what day I ended it at what price, and if the orders have already gone through. So orders market means that it's gone through. Orders market, pending orders market means that it's still pending to be done. So you can see that Amgen that I just sold is pending to sell. And then all the way at the bottom, the ones that I just bought will should show up here at the bottom regarding the Facebook that I just bought. So that should show up here later after it processes overnight. You can also go to positions breakdown to see market cap and sector. You can see by category how each of your categories is doing. So my average is just below 0. In each sector that I'm invested in, how each sector is doing. You can change these and sort by trading days, return, market cap. You can change it to different things. You've got your scatter plot. You've got your back test that shows how you've done over time. So I initiated this portfolio on June 3rd during the day. So it calculated from the time I bought it until the close price. So it shows I've lost almost 0.10% on June 3rd, and then on June 4th, today, so far I'm down, well, as of yesterday, I am down 0.11%, and then today's will process again overnight into Monday. This line will update with today's data because it goes by the close prices or when you close the stock's position. You've got your table here where you can compare how your portfolio is doing to the S&P. You can see each day how you did each day. You've got your back test by time, so compare. And so you can see how each one does and how your positions have all done, your best and your worst positions. And you've got the scatter plot as well. So overall, that's how you start from a stock screener, make it into a watch list, see real-time gains and losses and positions that you've had. So I don't know that Facebook, so if you add a position today, let's see if this will actually update. So this won't actually update until later, even if you manually update it, since you just added it to your portfolio. So as you can see, it's not changing. So these that are not yet in here, because I bought these earlier today as well, these will take time to show up, but you can update that as you go. And same for the ones that are being recommended to buy. So that's currently at 18. So they stay updated as well. So you don't have to manually update those. But overall, you can also, change this by different things so that you can size the different blocks in your watch list. You can also sort by various different things as well here on the watch list so that different things show up, not necessarily by the name of your watch list. And one important thing to note as well, if you have a portfolio that you're working with multiple group members, if you delete a portfolio because you're like, oh, I just don't need it anymore, I'm done with it, make sure everybody's ready to delete it, because if you delete it, it's going to delete that for them as well. So just as a side note. Now, again, you'll get new buy and sell recommendations each day on your watch list if there's some that meet your criteria. Otherwise, if they don't, you won't get the recommendations, and you can constantly go into your portfolio analysis to see how your portfolio is doing. If you have any questions, reach out to us, and I hope you enjoy the program.